Jonah Savaiania, our new guard, is stepping into that Miami Dolphins offensive line with intention. He isn't just another pickup. He's someone who slipped right into the groove next to Tua Tagovailoa. They've got this spark, this bond you can't ignore. Polynesian roots, same high school path. It's familiar, sure. But when Jonah talks about it, something else rises loud. Their connection through music. Picture this. Jonah saying Tua is like the older brother he didn't know he needed. One moment they're strangers. Next they're jamming at Tua's house over the summer. Be clear, they're playing, singing, sitting in the same room. Tua's voice comes out, instrument after instrument, guitar, ukulele, bass. Jonah's on piano, listening, adapting, learning. It's almost like they've known each other forever. Jonah puts it plainly. It felt like we knew each other for a long time. That's not fluff. That's emotional depth, unexpected warmth, a foundation you don't script. You don't think that kind of vulnerability happens in a locker room. You expect talk of schemes, footwork, height, weight, speed. But this is heart beating under pads. He goes into how piano playing shaped him. I wasn't into reading sheets. Instead, he played by ear, growing up around music through his dad's co-workers. It wasn't a formal education, but that casual, instinctive learning shaped something deeper. And then he draws the line. Unison in piano, unison on the line. You place fingers on keys. Each note must sync. That translates to offensive line teamwork. It's not technically precise or overly structured in his explanation, but there's conviction behind it. The way he ties music to football, he's not naming technical drills. He's talking harmony, rhythm, collective presence. Don't expect bullet point breakdowns. He's talking emotion. You can almost feel the energy between keys, chords, shifting rhythms, and then shifting weight, blocking assignments, timing with line mates, that invisible but palpable sense of togetherness. Then he shifts to Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle draft mate. Here's where competition and growth collide. Jonah says it's amazing, standing next to KG. Rookie lights on them both. When they clash in practice, it's intense. They're pushing, one-on-one battles, each demanding more from the other. Jonah doesn't sugarcoat. Grant expects 110% from him. And in reply, Jonah brings his everything: release, balance, repetition. They're sharpening each other through simple accountability. He jokes, though, if competition's a race, Grant's not even close. Not because he doubts him, but because he shows up early and leaves late. He's committed. He's on high-volume hustle. It's a quiet boast, delivered with a grin you can see through words. Between the jam sessions at Tua's, late workdays with Grant, Jonah finds purpose in pressure. He reframes everything through emotion, music, camaraderie, trust, competitive fire. He's not generic. He's not polished. He's not robotically formal. He's breathing. He's living it. What tension builds here? How will this emotional foundation translate when crunch time hits? What if jam session camaraderie isn't enough when crushing pass rushers arrive? What if harmony clashes with chaos? And yet, what if this connection becomes their edge? Jonah's voice carries this unguarded tone. That's the older bro. He can play every instrument. That's not a press release. That's admiration, acknowledgement, surprise. It's human. He could have said Tua is versatile. Instead, he says Tua's got a voice. And that voice matters. At the same time, he describes himself quietly. I really wasn't a guy into reading sheets. I always played off ear. That reveals humility and instinct. He didn't emerge from formal training. He emerged from listening, absorbing, translating sound into movement. That's personal. That's relatable. That creates intrigue. How does that translate to a blocking scheme? Doesn't matter that he doesn't break it down step by step. We feel the rhythm. The narrative unfolds, summer jam sessions, Monday meetings, competitive drills. You sense Jonah balancing friendship and rivalry. You feel his hunger. And you wonder, can this rapport face real adversity? Can Tua's voice lift Jonah when the pocket collapses? Can Grant's edge sharpen Jonah when the defense crashes? You see, it isn't just about protection. It's about empathy. It's not just technique. It's emotion. Jonah anchors it in feelings, trust, respect, connection, that reverberates louder than proper nouns or stats. Every time they cross the line, from chord progressions to pass protection, you sense psychological link. You sense Jonah placing fingers on piano keys. With the same intention, he sets his stance. You sense that if he misses a note, someone will feel it. If he misses a step on the line, someone will feel it. That's a pressure he welcomes.